afterward when they realize the changes, and they'll always remember it was you who pointed them in the right direction. And here's how to do that. Here's how to do that without seeming cocky or out of place or like you're above them. So here's what you do. All you got to do is say, hey, I heard this very interesting lady talk about how painful periods are not normal. And I thought that was something that was very strange to hear from a lady. And I was just wondering if you maybe want to take a look and see if it makes any sense to you. That's all. It's a very invitational thing. It's showing curiosity. It's showing that you think it's something interesting and you've noticed that maybe she's struggling with it. And most importantly, which what most guys are afraid of, you refer to a lady, you refer to another woman as who talks about it, right? I think it would be a lot harder for a guy in my shoes, for example, as a practitioner, to go out in there and say, hey, ladies, painful periods are not normal. It would be a lot more difficult, right, for the ladies to turn on that channel. But for me, it's super easy. They see I have that physical experience as well. And also the practical tools, the steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get you all the way there. And I think that's the most important thing I'd say to guys. Just know that you totally belong in this conversation, and and you will make things better by participating. And number 2, do it in a way so it doesn't take much effort. All you got to do is put the carrot in front of the donkey, right? Right? We all have carrots and sticks in our lives, and you never want to be the stick, right? You love the people around you. You always want to use carrots as much as possible and try to be as impersonal as you can about it. Just show that you care, show that you're curious rather than judgmental, and point to a lady that talks about it. Those 3 work incredibly well. And remember, the best thing to look forward to at the end will be that I don't get the credit, but you'll get the credit. Right? You'll be definitely. I'm so glad. Yeah.
Definitely. No,
it's good.
I just want to say something that you said, that it's not the fire of life, it is just the smoke. And it's something that is quite helpful, something that you just mentioned. Some people over exaggerate things, thinking that even in terms of think that it's the end of the world. I'll try. As I've said, that in terms of information, people are not willing to go out there and educate themselves. I was saying that how can I find information like this? Like, how can I be able to involve myself in terms of if I want to better myself in terms of that? And also something that I'm seeing the time, and we are almost out of time actually. Probably we are left with, I would say, 10 minutes maximum. Yeah, actually more than 8 to 10 minutes. I'm not quite sure. One thing that
wow, that was quick.
Time just went by.
I know it's
unnoticed. As I was saying, that when it comes to nutrition, I feel like the main goal of this conversation was in terms of the conversation around nutrition, how it actually, how when it comes to women, not only women, or men, when it comes to all overall, how the gut health affects the mental, whole metabolical health, and something that people don't know. And also it's something that I didn't know. And I would just say that I had so much pleasure on being able to interview people like you, having this immense information of how can I help people in terms of talking about this conversation, talking about this conversation every day in a way of people who realize, no, this thing might be helping. And it goes back to something, actually, I'm not going to lie, last month, I just learned this information last month in terms of when it comes to nutrition. I don't know how my brain absorb everything, because I had a conversation with this other doctor, which I think it was a conversation for an hour.
Oh yeah.
Hour on minerals.
Nice.
And how it actually affects the body and the mind and everything, and how calcium, when you consume a lot of calcium, will actually end up affecting your mental well-being. and he wrote the book, The Mineral Life, the name of the Mineral Life. I think it's Dr. Thompson, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Dr. Thompson. And it was such an eye-opening for me. It was just an eye-opening and realizing that I need to get into this more and I need to educate myself. And in terms of I message against what message with the cows of nutrition, and I see that's how I need to research more and more and more. And I'm fascinated more about mental health, also in terms of nutrition, because if you don't have nutrition, you end up having a bad mental health. That's not it, and that's not right. And
no.
We need to take care of our mental health. In all honesty, I had my own question, my own conversation part. The way the conversation is going, I felt like, nah. Like, I feel like it was a conversation that was, in terms of not planned, a conversation that was went with the flow and nothing much. Was probably I asked you 2 questions that I wrote out. Actually, I think I have 5. If I'm mistaken, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I had 5 questions. Out of 5 questions, I asked 2 questions. And and before I let you go, just want to hopefully will summarize it, because the reason why I'm saying that is I left it a little bit off track is the fact that I have another interview after this. So that's why I'm saying that. I would love to just have this conversation the whole day with you. Unfortunately, I have another interview. So I'm not quite sure what kind of question can I ask you this thing. And I don't know, actually, in all honesty, and hopefully, let me say through a question that is quite it's quite short. And you mentioned that period is not normal. You mentioned that period pain is not normal in terms of that. How does chronic pain during menstruation impact mental health, and what are mental health benefits of addressing these physical symptoms? Also, be short.
Short. Oh my goodness. Impossible, man. I just, you probably could only ask 2 questions because I just go on and on. Honestly, no, I can be short. It's very simple, really. When you improve one part of your body, it improves everything else. Your body is not separate systems that have to be proved individually. One improvement somewhere will improve other places. Everything else, everywhere else in your body. Just keep that in mind. And with something, here's a really big, nice picture kind of to wrap things up. Whenever you are having there's one sort of big symptom that we use in my field to figure out how healthy the person is. And that is any sort of reproductive ailment. That includes, do you have no sex drive? Do you have, did it just disappear on you? That's really important. For guys, do you guys have a kickstand in the morning or do you not? That's a huge indicator of health. If it's not there, that's something to look at. When you can't have a baby, when you can't actually get pregnant or as a couple together, either the man or the woman, that means that there is something more foundationally wrong. And so everything that has to do with reproduction and what supports that and your mood and your energy, and again, whether or not you have interest in sex at all of those are actually really important indicators of your overall health. And that includes how your periods are. Why do women have periods? It's because they are getting ready to get pregnant. That's basically all the cycle is about. And so if that cycle is painful in any way or irregular or painful throughout the entire length of the cycle, not just during menstruation, that means that there's something deeper going on that we must address. So keep that in mind. If your mood, energy, and mojo being the sexual part of your body, if any of those 3 things are off, that means something deeper has gone wrong. And your body just is so exhausted that it can't support the higher levels that will propagate the species, right? The most important thing that the humans do, so to speak, as species on this planet is to reproduce, right? to continue the generation. And so you can't do that if you don't have enough resources. And I think the best way to wrap this up really is that there's a really easy way to do this, guys. This is both for the ladies and the guys listening. This year, I just put together all the steps of how to get to a pain-free period in a very simple guide. Because like I told you in the beginning, like right now, my practice is a lot more than just hormonal cycle dysfunction, right? I'm helping people with all sorts of things. So I just made this guide completely free on my website, and it's everything I know on how to get you there. And if this doesn't work, that means you need some more help, and you know where to find me. But this works for 99.9% of women that I've ever worked with. This will get you all the way. And I hold nothing back at all. Everything's there. So, and it's completely free on my website. So just go to isabellafthor.com/pain-free-periods. Very simple. It's always going to be there. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm talking to people. I want this in your hands so that you can finally go out and live the life you're supposed to live, right? Realize the dreams that you want to realize, and not get stuck in depression or pain or missing work or missing life because you just don't know how bad your period's going to be next month or the next month after that. So I think that's probably a good summary. That's probably a good way to end. So there was 2 things. You guys, you got to figure out your protein. It's on the website, protein-formula, and you just grab the guides. That's what I need everyone to know, because it's, I can't just be the only person who knows this. So period dash, so pain-free period. Okay. So that's it. What do you think? Good extra?
Go ahead.
Was that a good short?
Yeah. Actually, well, bit short. And also definitely I will include the website on description of this episode, and also definitely I will share the website link with my community that I have on WhatsApp, because I feel like in a way it's something that one of the initiatives that I once had, I would say that I was involved with and not able to understand it in terms of what the pain women face when it comes to period. And hopefully with this website, with these resources, I'll be able, in a way, put some initiative on my side of trying to distribute the news and able to help where I can. So with those...
And I so appreciate that, because, curious people like you help move the world forward in a good way. Because that saying, curiosity killed the cat?
Yeah.
But satisfaction brought it back. like, this is what moves the world forward. And I'm so appreciative that as a guy, you're still here and you're willing to ask and participate. So thanks. Good for you, hey?